Objective 9, know what the self-ionization of water and Kw are and how to use Kw to calculate H plus or OH minus. So self-ionization of water is, I think what it sounds like, it's water ionizing itself or water falling apart. So let me just grab my red. Oh, I guess I have red here. So H2O, if it self-ionizes, it's going to be a reversible reaction. So let me get a double-headed arrow here. And you're going to end up with H plus and OH minus. And the important thing here is that you realize you're going to have equal numbers of H plus and OH minus. So we can set up a Kw, or an equilibrium constant, equal to my concentration of H plus, give myself a space there, times the concentration of my OH minus. Oh, sorry about that. I hit something I shouldn't have. Let me just find my study guide here. Times my OH minus. And technically I should divide by the concentration of H2O, but the concentration of H2O is just its density, which is 1, so there's really no need to include it. So that's my Kw, is concentration of H plus times the concentration of OH minus, which will be equal to, at room temperature, 1 times 10 to the minus 14th. And if you think about it further, then the H plus and the OH minus should be equal to 1 times 10 to the minus 7th each, since I should have H plus and OH in equal amounts. So what is the H plus if OH minus is 3.5 times 10 to the minus 6th? Well, what that means is somebody has added some OH minus to it. So the OH minus is greater than the 1 times 10 to the minus 7th we'd expect, which means some of the H plus has got to decrease. So how do I find it? I simply take the H plus, times the 3.5 times 10 to the minus 6. And I set it equal to this 1 times 10 to the minus 14th. And then I go ahead and solve for my H plus. So that means I divide both sides by the 3.5 times 10 to the minus 6th. And when I do that, I end up with an H plus value divided by the 3.5 times 10 to the minus 14th, or 3.5 times 10 to the minus 6th. I get 2.85 or 2.9 times 10 to the minus 9th. What's the OH concentration if pH is 11 or 8.88? I've got two problems here. Well, pH 11 means my POH would have to be 14 minus 11, or 3 is my POH, because pH and POH have to add up to 14. If my POH is 3, I can just take 10 to the negative 3. And that would be my OH concentration. 8.8 again is a little bit trickier, but I can take 14 minus 8.8, and that's going to give me 5.2 for my POH. So then I can take 10 and raise it to the minus 5.2 power. And I can't just leave this as 5.2 because that's not a readily recognizable number like 0.001 is for 10 to the minus third. So I have to go ahead and carry this out. So when I punch it in, 10 to the minus 5.2, that's 6.3 times 10 to the minus sixth. And that would be my OH concentration.